So I'm finally doing this planner review video. I tried a couple of times last week, but it turned out there wasn't enough room on my phone to actually do the video, so it kept cutting off. So literally I've done this video maybe 2 or 3 times before I actually realized that's what was going on. So I've cleared my phone off. We should be good. So I wanted to start off with briefly showing planners that I have tried using and have failed to find successful to meet my needs. So this planner it's actually pretty old. It's from 2004, but I'm pretty sure they still make planners. It's a day runner planner. And the reason I got this is because it was light and compact and it could fit in my purse, in almost any purse. I liked how you could add things to it, like a business card holder, a notepad, address book. You have your calendar here, and it's also blank so that you can use it for any year. But as far as the downfalls, it's not very pretty. You can see I tried to glam it up a little bit, but it really wasn't that nice looking. Tried using a color pen, and I didn't write in color, but you can see here I really didn't get far with this. I used it for 1 month, filled in the days, and after that I got tired of it. All the boxes were too small to write anything, and there were these week views at the end, which I didn't really take advantage of. Maybe they would have been a little bit more useful if I'd put them in between the months, but I didn't really think about that then. So this planner just really didn't get a lot of use. And then the address book, during that time, that's when I started using my cell phone more and more. So everything was in my cell phone, all my phone numbers, addresses, everything. So I didn't need this anyway. So really, this just wasn't very useful. It didn't really meet my needs at all. So needless to say, this one did not work. The next one that I tried is this one. Same maker of Project Life made this planner, and the reason I like this one is because of the nice cover. You could buy a few different covers, and it's basically just an album. So you could pick whichever one you wanted. The pages came separate, and they're these nice cardstock pages, so they're going to last. And they have things at the beginning like birthday lists, and then at the beginning of each month they have things like movies to watch, books to read, places to go, bucket list, do-it-yourself projects, things to learn, so forth. Then within each month, the boxes for the days are pretty big. I like the setup, how it goes Monday through Friday, and then has Saturday and Sunday, because that's how my thinking is. My week technically starts on Monday. Weekend comes after my work week. There's some checklists up here that you can take advantage of, and trying to think what else. I think that's really it as far as the good things. Now, on to the bad things, why it didn't work. You can see as I'm fumbling through this, these pages really did snag on the binder. Because they are so thick, they just didn't move very well. So that was pretty annoying, that I had to kind of spend a lot of time to flip everything over, then to close it. Second thing, obviously, this is huge. This is not going to fit in a purse unless you have like a bag or a tote as a purse. So this really wasn't practical. I added some things here to try and make it cutesy with sticky notes and color coding and stuff like that. I tried to make it work, but it's in the end, it really just didn't work out. I'm trying to see if I can find an example of a month that I did, but I'm not finding any luck. Even though this is a benefit to purchasing the planner during the year, you can start at any time because nothing is filled in. The months aren't filled in, the days aren't filled in. So you could start in March and fill in everything. Or start in January in 2015. Or you buy in 2015 and don't use it till 2016 for some reason. nothing's going to change. So you can fill it out as you need. But for me, I just didn't really like doing that. Here we go. Here's some stuff filled out. I didn't like having to put the numbers, and it's not like there was little boxes to put the numbers there. So they kind of just blended in with the rest of anything else I put in here. So I wasn't really a big fan of having to fill out the month before using it. And then there wasn't it didn't look like, there was no whole month view. It was only by weeks. Yeah, there's no whole month view. And then what I also did not like is, although it has these nice things at the beginning of each month, let's say that you write down places to go, or you have a bucket list in February. Well, you haven't fulfilled those things probably. By May, those things may not be fulfilled. So you're going to have to remember, oh, I wrote those things in February, and go back to February. Now, they may mean for it to be just for that month, but I kind of just like these ideas as concepts in general. Like, maybe in February, I don't have time to read books. I don't want to make that goal for that month. Maybe I want to make that goal for March. But there's no space there to do it. So you kind of get the idea. It's very set in stone. You can't change that and decide where you want it to go. So this didn't work out for me. I used it, and I showed you here. I used it for 2 weeks. I go through planners way too quickly. So I used it for 2 weeks, and then I stopped just because this was too much. So that one did not work out for me. The next one that I tried, this one is from Staples, and I believe it's called ARC, A-R-C. And what you can do is you can pick your cover, and it comes with these rings here. And it actually came with these smaller rings. And I purchased these bigger rings. Sorry for the lighting. This is like really funky lighting. I don't know if it's because the window is here. I think it's the window messing up the lighting, but whatever. We'll make do. So I got the bigger rings so that I could fit more inside the planner. And this is kind of like the Erin Condren planner, where you can take things out and change it around. So you could change your covers if you wanted to. You can change your rings. You can add more things to this. It came with your months. You could add, what I added was these little zipper pouches and a notes section. So that was nice. I like that it was somewhat customizable. So this one is set up where you got your monthly view. And then you have a note section at the very beginning. And then you have, again, it starts Monday through Friday with a weekend at the end, so I like that. You have plenty of space to write. All the days are already filled in, so you must get this when you plan to use it, which is like most planners anyway. There's a small note section down here underneath months, but it's really not enough to really write anything, so I didn't utilize that. And then there's note section for the weeks as well. Didn't utilize that because you couldn't really specify which day. I like the note section at the beginning, but I often forgot this was here. So if I maybe made reminders throughout the week, I can remember I have things to do. But I would rather have them on the week that I need to do them. Otherwise, I'm sitting here and you see here I wrote exterminator, like I'm writing little notes inside of here, and it's just, to me, it's very messy and unorganized. I'm a little type A OCD, and it's just, for me, it just didn't work very well. Another thing is that the schedule that I had a morning shift and an afternoon shift, and then I did classes in between at Michael's. So typically my classes at Michael's were done a couple months ahead of time, so I had those filled in. And I had to keep in mind that I needed to put those in the middle of the day because I wanted things to be in order. Then once I figured out what my other schedule would be, I had to go and fill those in. But if something changed, then it was going to be out of order. So like here, I have a 1:45 meeting. I could not put that right here where it belonged. Now, maybe if I'd used erasable pens, which I do use now, I could have solved that problem. But I didn't think about that. So it just didn't work for me, and there's not really much else I can say. It didn't work. The notes, I find a system that worked for me at that point. And it just wasn't very pretty. It's all black and white. Yes, the color is pink, but it's not my favorite shade of pink anyway, but that's all they had, so they didn't really have a lot of options as far as cover goes. It's just not really my style. So that didn't work. So now on to the Erin Condren planner. Now you can kind of see why I decided to leave all those planners and decided to take the plunge and try the Erin Condren. Now normally I wouldn't buy this planner because it's priced at $50, but they had a sale where it was 40% off, I believe. So it brought it down to $30. So for me, that was a little bit more affordable than $50. So I took the plunge and purchased the planner. I got a few add-ons with it. I didn't get too much. Like I didn't get the rubber bands that you can use to keep it closed. I had a bunch of these Smashbook elastic bands hanging around because they were on clearance at Michael's a while ago, so I kind of stocked up. So I just used that as my elastic band to keep it closed. Now, I'm not going to go too in depth of what the Erin Condren planner is. I'm just going to kind of note the things that I like about it and how I utilize it and why it works. So the biggest thing was you can pick whatever cover you like. So the covers are interchangeable. You can pick one cover, and if later on you want to choose a different one, you can. I don't see myself doing that. I see myself picking a different one each year and just sticking with it through the year. So I went with this, believe you can and you will. So that's a quote that I really like. I chose to get my first and last name on here. And then this is my life. This is where I put my personal information. So in case my planner gets misplaced or lost, it can hopefully find its way back to me. Then I bought these two add-ons. This is a what to eat. So this is how I can do meal planning. So again, it's in that format that I like, Monday through Friday, and then the weekend at the end. And then here's where you put your list. Now, I use permanent marker because it's really not that permanent. You can see it smudging right there. So all I need to do is use an alcohol wipe and it's done. When I tried using a dry erase marker, every time I flipped the page, it would smudge. I wouldn't have to touch it and it would just smudge. So I stopped doing that. Until I figured out if this worked or not, I decided I was going to use sticky notes on this. So for this one, this is just general to-dos, like things I need to do within a year. There's no time frame for it. It's just things I need to keep in mind. Here I have things that I need to buy. So I'm typically using this for my craft supplies. So right now I need some foam tape and I need those Avery L pockets so I can organize more stamps. Alright, so the first couple months I could not use. I didn't buy it till April, which is why they had their discount. Plus in 2 months in June they're having their new planner release. Now it's only 1 month away. So the way that I use this is I can easily flip to the month. And then I put a paper clip, and this is an arrow paper clip from Lawn Fawn, that tells me where the week is. Now, I could use this ruler, but I feel like it doesn't really stick out as much. I mean, it does, but for some reason, that's just not my go-to. I flip to my month, and then I flip to my week. So, I decided to use the paper clip, even though the ruler is there, and you can use it. But that's just my choice. So, I have my full month spread out, and what I do for the month is I put general things that are going on. I'll make this a little bit closer so you can see. So like payday, that happens all day, so there's no time for that. I have a swap due, there's no time limit for that. My birthday, it's all day. And then I put little notes of things that I also have going on. So if I want to look at the month and see what day I have free, I can quickly see, am I available certain days. So here I can see I'm doing a dinner that night. Here I can see I'm teaching a Michael's class, and that's about it for that. Also on this side, I have a notes list that I utilize. So if I have anything I need to do during that month, it doesn't have a time frame for a specific day or a specific week. So I would put it here. And this is my week. So you can see right now it is kind of busy. I haven't done a lot of decorating with stickers and washi tape like you see on some of the videos on YouTube. I really just want to make this so that it keeps me organized. I'm not really into making it all pretty, like I can use the different colors, but there's already a lot of things that are so pretty about it. Like each month has different color schemes. And I have a few stickers here and there, but I haven't gone crazy. I just happen to have some scrapbooking stickers or stickers left over from projects I've done, and I just threw them in here where they might apply. So my weeks are set up, and I like the way that they have it set up, morning, day, and night. That works for me, especially for my current job, which today is my last day, and I'm moving on to another job. But as far as my current job, like I told you, I have a morning shift and I have an afternoon shift. So I can easily put my morning shift here. I can put any things I need to do after my morning shift right here. And then my day shift. And here I can put anything that I need to do. Actually, I lied. What I do is I put my morning shift here, but I put anything that needs to be done that morning. So in my mind, I know these things need to be done before I go to work. So this is everything for the morning. Now for the day, there's my afternoon shift, and this is everything that I need to do in between my two shifts, so during the afternoon. Now if there's anything I want to do after work, that goes in nighttime. So right now I have like chores and things I need to do, errands I need to run, and that all goes in the boxes. So my schedule and things I need to do. At the bottom, there's a note section for each and every day. I use this for my crafting. So for my blogs, or for my blog, I do these card challenges. So each day I have the card challenge that I want to complete that day. Or any other notes that relate to crafting. So I had to register for the Creating Keepsakes convention at 1 p.m. My planner share, which was supposed to be yesterday, but I'm finally doing it now. We'll see if this video works, if I like it. And then organize my craft binder. I organize my finances. I put all my receipts together so that I can keep track of my spending and how much money I'm making when I sell on Etsy or eBay. So that's that. On the side here, these are things that I need to get done during the week, but they have no time limit or time frame for when they need to be done. They don't have a specific day for when they need to be done, so it's just sometime during that week. These things, on the other hand, I have assigned to specific days. So that's how I use that. Again, with the whole month view, just generalized things, like I wrote paella class here, but not until you actually flip through to the 16th do you see what time it is and where it's at. So I leave the month or the weekly view for specifics, and I keep the month view for generalizations, general ideas. So I think that's pretty much it as far as the calendar goes. Now, to the notes section, there is line paper and there is blank paper. So I use the line paper for anything that really just needs to stay in a specific order and needs to be nice and neat. So here I've created a chores list, things that I need to do, my husband needs to do, what days it needs to be done. The reason I did this, I'm not OCD as far as that goes, but we've been neglecting our chores around the house, so I figured starting with a list will kind of help us out. And if something doesn't get done one day, and you can kind of, you maybe see it here, not really. But if I have it like, say on a Tuesday and it doesn't get done, I'll just move it to Wednesday. I'll cross it out and then write it again on Wednesday. So I'm not really OCD as far as those things go, because things happen. You can't always stick to your schedule, and that's fine. I have a list of simple go-to meals, so when I'm meal planning, I generally stick with go-to meals for the week. Simple things that can be done after we work. So we work till 6, usually don't get dinner till like 7, 8 o'clock, so it's pretty late. So I want to find things that are going to be simple to make. And then I generally make, when I do my menu or my planning, I have basic things, and then I might do something like special that's out of the ordinary, something that has like a recipe to it. But these are just the go-to meals. So when I'm making my list, I can refer to that. I have a list of blog topics I want to cover on my blog and a list of YouTube videos that I want to make. I have my blog schedule here. So I copy it from here to the weeks. And it's like Thursday, for example. Even though Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are kind of set in stone of what I'm doing, Thursday, it changes every week depending on what I've got going on. So I might do an organization tip, if I have a project to share, craft haul, or a kit that, a card kit that I got that I want to share, craft technique or tip. So depending on the week, then I'll change that up. And then Friday and the weekend is always for organizing my binder, doing craft fair planning, and swaps. Here I have a year of dates for me and my hubby. Planned a date that we're going to do every month, and then down at the bottom I list any other dates I can think of that I want to either do in the future or do during the year. Here I have local restaurants and go-to meals. Often we get confused with all the local restaurants we have. So I like to write down the restaurant name and write down what I like to eat from there, so that when we decide to order out, I know exactly what I want from there. I don't have to think, oh, well, the pepperoni pizza, was it the pizza I liked at this place better, or I like at this place better? Like, I sometimes get confused. Like, I have a favorite. So I've written down where what my favorite is and where. I have a I want section, so anything that I may want to buy or want to have, things I don't need. Anything I really need goes here, and I use these page tabs from the Smashbook collection. Things I want to make. These are a list of project bins that I have that are not finished. So I have a swap Smashbook, a wedding album, a teaching scrapbook album, a cookbook that I'm working on making, and a craft event Smashbook. So I have little containers that have everything I need to make it, but I often forget that they're there because I'm so wrapped up in doing day-to-day things like preparing for craft fairs, doing my card challenges, and so forth. So this is just kind of my little reminder that I have those projects that I need to finish. So hopefully my idea is I can finish them by the end of the year. I added to bake just because that was there, but I really don't make a list of things I want to bake. I usually just pin things on Pinterest, and if I feel like making something, then I just go to that list. So, but I just put it there for now. I use removable tape, so if I want to get rid of that, I can. It's not set in stone. I still have a few more line pages that I can use, so there's plenty here. I put a Smashbook page tab here to go to the section where it's blank, but it is decorated a little bit. Here, things are just, they don't have to be in a specific order. So here I have craft kit information. I'm signed up for Simon Says Stamp and Studio Calco, so I have when the reveal is, when I should pay for it, when it's shipped, and when I should expect to get it, so I can keep track of that. Swaps that I do, it says SwapBot, but I also have a close to my heart swap that I'm doing with other consultants. So I use these stickies that I got from Freckled Fawn. So these are the stickies, and they were on sale. So I bought them in bulk. So you can have the month, day, year, time if you need to, and your notes. So the way I use it is if I have a swap due, I will put the due date here. I don't have to worry about the time. And then the note section, I put the name of the swap, who the person is, and their contact information. So if I make their swap, I'm on the way to the post office, I haven't written out their address, I have it all right here for me to refer to. I also have this page, which is shipments and packages that I'm expecting. So I'm often ordering my craft supplies online because Michael's and Joann's and Tuesday Morning only carry a few things that I buy regularly, but most of the things I buy that I like are online. So I have a note for each order I'm expecting, and then when it should, or when it's shipped, and then if it has a general date of when it should come, then I've written that too. so I know when to expect that and put a notice to leave my packages. Here I just have some notes I wrote about my business. They're not set in stone, so I just put them on sticky notes instead of writing them in. These are all blank pages. These are the stickers that come with the planner. I use these birthday stickers throughout the book. For these stickers, I use some of these. There's game, which I haven't really used, but I might use when we start going to baseball games. Days off, so these are days I might request off. Hair appointments, dentist appointments, sales. I'm not going to use the sales like that, but I think I did use it here because I have Kohl's Cash I need to spend. So that's just my note of that's when the Kohl's Cash starts, so I can start using it. There's also concerts, so I've used that. Doctor appointments, used that. Mani-pedis, which I plan to use once I start making a little bit more money at this new job. Parties, vacation, so this is days when I plan to go away for a little while. I have a few vacations planned, like for the CKC convention, or Creating Keepsakes convention. I plan to make a mini vacation of it with my hubby, so it starts July 31st and August 1st, and I'm going to keep it going till August 2nd, so I have a vacation day on each of those days, instead of just putting days off, because technically Sunday wouldn't be a day off because I wouldn't be working anyway. And then there's some blank ones. I use these for various things. I use purple for craft fairs because blue and purple are my colors. Pink is for date nights. I'm not really sure what I use those for. These are for paydays, general things. Haven't used the rest yet. Next time I order the Erin Condren planner, I am going to get specific stickers because you can customize them and order them to your needs. So I might have some that already say payday. But I figured I would use the planner first, see what I might need stickers for, and then I'll wait and order those. Since I already have enough blank ones to work with, I'll use those for now and then order some more when I do my next planner. There's a pocket here, so I use this to hold the Forget-Me-Not booklet that has holidays and birthdays, so you can move that from book to book. I got the accessory pen holder, and I decided to put it on the folder. I saw someone on YouTube do this. If you put it on your cover, if for some reason you decide to change your cover throughout the year, you're going to have to get a new pen loop. Also, when I buy a new planner, I'm going to have to get a new pen loop because it's stuck on here. But, I mean, it could go both ways. If you know you're going to keep the same cover from year to year, which I doubt any of us do because we get bored with these things, you could keep it on here and know that when you go to your next planner, your pen loop will go with it. But I've just put it here. It's sturdy, it stays, it works. And I don't actually put it in because it doesn't really fit. So I just do it on the clip. And I will note, these are the pens I've seen people using. They're the friction ball clicker pens. So they're erasable pens. And this one came with pink, purple, and blue. I'm using the blue currently. I have more in my purse, so I plan to use a different one each month. And sometimes I use different ones for different things if I want something to stand out. Like when I was making my lists in my notes section, I wrote the titles in blue and then filled it in with purple. Filled it in with blue here because that's all I had. Not a big deal. I'm not really OCD about that. Alright, in the back here, I keep this little notepad here because this is so hard to open. If I were to have a suggestion of what could be fixed on future Erin Condren planners, I would like to see this as a zipper pouch rather than a Ziploc pouch because it is very time consuming to close and open it just to get little things out. I'm planning on using this for all my receipts so I can keep them organized instead of all over my purse and wallet. But right now I just have some doctor things that I need for this week. And then in my zipper pouch, I just have a few accessories that I plan to use with my planner. I have sticky notes. I have all the stuff that came with the planner I just kept in here. I have these page tabs from Smashbook. I have these Hello Kitty clips I got from Five Below. I got this from a swap. These are from Lawn Fun. I'm not sure where I got these, but I thought for just small washi tapes I could use these. I'm not using them for anything else, so I stuck them in here. You get these with the planner, with these 2 paper clips. Don't really plan on using those, but I just stuck it in here. This I plan on using for swaps, so I might, in my planner where I have a swap due, I might use this little postage note sticker. I got this from a swap, actually. I have these clips from Smashbook. And then these are the few things that actually came with the planner, which I don't really have or plan to use, but they're here. You're so much stronger than you think. This is a postcard. And then there's stickers with my name. There's quotes. And then there are tags that you can use on presents. So these all come free. More like it's like a sampling so that they can try to convince you to buy more stuff. But I don't plan on it. So that's pretty much it as far as my planner goes and how I use it. I am constantly looking at it and updating it. I just find it very useful. I'm getting a lot more done now than I was. I used to, during the breaks I would have from my morning and afternoon shift, I used to come home and honestly I fell asleep. If I felt like doing a card, I did a card. If not, I didn't. But now by having a checklist of chores and things I want to get done, I'm getting things done. So for me, this has been very helpful. I will have an update closer to the end of the year to let you know if it's still working for me and if I plan to order another one. The new one comes in June. I'm not going to order it then, of course, because I just got mine. But I will order another one in December so that I have it for 2016. But yeah, so that's about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And I hope this was informative. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye.